두 눈동자여 지난 모든 기억들을 지워줘.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of State of Survival with StickyFang Gaming. And today we actually have some footage of last KVK, or not KVK, I wish we had KVK, last kill event in State 11, where myself, StickyFang, had challenged one of the other top accounts in my state, which is going to be GLC Pyramus. And so he agreed to kind of help me test the new T10s I just got because I went 30. And he's actually, I believe, a 26 or 27 in this video. But you'll get to see me play with a couple troop formations. You'll get to see me use not only my primary attacking march, but I actually try out some of my secondary heroes. So my Wolfie, who wasn't very high at the time, he was 45. Now he's level 60. Some of my other heroes that I don't use very often, just so I can see that if I do need to send 2 marches, how they match up and whatnot against another strong opponent. And so you'll see that here coming up. So this one, I believe, was that secondary march that I was telling you about. So the 3 new heroes, I'm going to put them into a march together. My Jeb isn't very strong. My Wolfie, he's decently strong. And then I can't think of the medic girl's name, but yeah, I'm just kind of messing with some formations here. I personally have found that through these tests, I'm more of a fan of T9 than I am of T10. Going through some of the battle reports a little bit later on in this video, you'll actually will see my T9s are killing more. My T9s are taking the brunt of the damage, you know? And I believe it's because of the type that they are in the game. So for T9, hunters are the ones that go after infantry. The riders are the ones that also go after infantry. And the infantry are the ones that take most of the damage from the hunters. So for T10, the infantry takes damage from the riders. The hunters actually have a boost against riders, and they have a chance to bypass infantry to get to riders, but it's not a very high probability. And then same things for riders. They primarily will go after hunters, and they have a small chance to get through the infantry and go straight to the hunters. So T10 are a good balance. Okay, and here Pyramus actually is 27, and you're gonna see me go ahead and start a march here in a second. But yeah, so T10s are good to have, as in they bring balance and they are quote unquote stronger than T9. But the T9 and the reports that I have seen in this video that I made were just a little bit more damaging, and they were just more helpful all around. They took more damage as well. So I'm sending a march here now, and I believe this is my my main march. Yep, so that was my main march that I sent this first time. I lost a few troops here. We're gonna go and take a look at this report here in a second. One second. Who knows what I was doing? I might have been talking trash. All right, so we're taking a look here. He lost 106,000, lost 18,000. This was definitely my main march. Yep, because you can see my heroes there. I used Lucky, Ray, and Maddie for my main heroes. He did good. I mean, honestly, my stats are pretty good. So for him to, like, you know, to kill 18,000, it still is a pretty good hit. And this is just me talking crap in state chat. Me and Pyramus are actually pretty good friends. We just wanted to kind of put on a show for the region. And so this is going to be me kind of putting up another march down. And I'm just going to change up some of the heroes. One thing I will gripe about in this game is that the troop formations is kind of buggy. So let's say you make a troop formation and you set it up the way you want it, and maybe you click number 2 instead of you clicking number 1, and you go back to click number 2, it'll overwrite whatever troop formation you were trying to click on, and you have to redo it, and it's a pain in the ass. The developers, you guys definitely need to fix that one. Troop formation should not change unless you actually go into the troop formation menu in the barracks and change it. It's super annoying, especially when SVS or, you know, whatever kind of PvP with other states comes. If I'm over here trying to make a troop formation and I'm trying to click on it and send it off and it erases and I have to take the time to fix it in the middle of a fight and it costs me troops, I'm probably going to be pissed. So that's something I've already reported in the bugs Discord channel. Hopefully they fix it sometime soon. But yeah, this is just, you guys saw what formation I just sent out. Just me talking more crap. So now this is Pyramus's turn to actually hit me. And let's see how he does. I'm actually sending out a second march as well. I sent one main march and then one secondary march. And I told him, try to guess which one is which. And trying to see if he'll hit me. And so I switched out Wolfie with Nicola on that one. I think I'm going to actually put Wolfie in. Here, let's see what I do. So I put Nicola, Jeb, and Trish. Okay. So my Nicola at the time was stronger than my Wolfie. Now my Wolfie is pretty damn strong. I removed my main march because I wanted to see how he would do. This video is kind of extensive. I'll probably cut it short here in a second. But just trying to get you guys some view of the action. My hospital is looking pretty fat and juicy right now. 3-day build, nothing for a boss. I'll go ahead and clear that up real quick. Troops all held up. Let's see. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think there was any chance in hell that Pyramus was gonna actually kill this march. I was kind of being slightly cocky, thinking like, well, even if this is my like B team, he's not gonna be able to kill it. I just thought my stats were too good. But that is the purpose of these tests, to know what your limitations are against another strong opponent. Even though I'm level 30, even though he's level 27, even though I was being cocky, let's see what happens and let's see if he, you know, rises to the challenge. Again, that's my main march. We talked before in the previous video a couple weeks ago of troop formations and what I personally like with the 15 to, not 15, it was like 25, 35, 35 or something along those lines for my troop formation. I don't even remember. It's just something that I've always done, so it just comes naturally to me at this point. But let's see here. Yeah, so this was me talking trash again. I basically was saying that one is my primary, one is my secondary. If you can pick the right one, you might survive. And sorry for the background noise. It's just kids outside playing. And I'm pretty sure he's... Yep, there we go. So he's sending his march. Again, I was like, there's no way in hell he's going to beat it either way. And let's see what happens. And there it is. He dropped me by quite a bit of power. And I had to give it to him. I had to give it to him. I was surprised he beat it. And I didn't know how much he beat it by until I looked at this. And I was like, wow. 83,000, you know, lost. It was his primary group versus my secondary. And a lot of my stats were still higher than his. But he just about completely cleared that march. And so, yeah. 1 second here. So let's actually go through these battle reports really quick. So this is the hit that I won with my primary and then his secondary. And so you guys can pause the video and go through them more thoroughly if you'd like. I'm just going to kind of show you really quick. Kind of what I was talking about with my T9 doing more work than my T10. And then if you look at Pyramus's march, he didn't have T10 obviously because he's not level 30. but they were putting in some work. And so this is the March that I lost. I was using Nicola, Jeb, and Trish. And here you can see my T9 took more damage. My T10 and my T9 riders actually kind of evened out. And then my T10 hunters actually did more than my T9. So this is Pyramus. His troops, he had quite a few infantry. And then you'll see his riders and his hunters. So a lot of people believe that because I'm an HQ30, that automatically means that I'm unstoppable, I'm unbeatable, I'm going to win every hit. And as you can see from this battle report, that maybe for my primary march, that might be true. I might not ever get beat by a 29 or below. That might be the case. But if I'm using maybe my secondary march, my B team, or if I make a mistake some way, somehow, it's completely possible for someone who doesn't have T10 to beat me. If someone has T9s or T8s to beat my T10, they do not make me invincible. They don't make me 100% win ratio every time. It really comes down to troop formations and to your base stats. So if you're someone who is rushing their HQ right now, you're just pushing it. You're only building up and you're just a shell. Then I can tell you right now, you can go ahead and get those T10s. You can get HQ30 and you can think that you're a badass. But if you're not focusing on your stats, if you're not doing your research, if you're not getting those medals, if you aren't doing the hero gear and the chief gear, and you're not taking the time to push those, then you're not going to win those important fights. There's going to come a time where there's somebody who does only have maybe T8 or T9, but they have been focusing on those specific things with the research and the gear and the medals, and they're going to beat you. So this is my advice to everyone out there today. Troops are important, obviously. Keep building up troops. Keep pushing your HQ levels because you do want those next tier of troops. But focus on the important things. Focus on things that the game can't take away from you. The game can always take away troops. You can always get hit. You can always make a mistake. You can always lose troops. But you cannot lose medals that you get. You cannot lose the hero gear that you get. You can't lose the chief gear. They may come out with updates in the future where there are going to be better versions of it, but those are pretty solid investments and pretty solid things to put your time and effort into right now if you want to be good in the game. There has been a lot of times in my career and my history in playing these types of games where there have been somebody who may just like to sit at a low level of 22 or 26 or whatever is the case, and they have maxed out on everything for their level. And they'll let people hit them, and they just sit and they watch people look in shock and horror of them losing March after March because that person decided to boost up super quick but not focus on their stats. Me, I like to do both. I boosted up to HQ30. I've maxed it out, but I also like to focus on my stats as well. And as you can see from this video, there's still some things I need to work on when it comes to my B team because I can still lose. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. The game is still early and I have plenty of time to get to where I need to be before State versus State comes out and we crush everybody else that is in State 11, And so this video is getting kind of long, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. But I want to go ahead and give a shout out to GLC, Johnny Mattis. Shout out to you for coming forth with me to this challenge. GLC Pyramus in State 11, shout out to you for, having the respect for me and letting me do this fight with you and letting me share these battle reports here on YouTube and letting me get to test my T10 and, my new stats and HQ and whatnot versus your HQ27 and your T9s. It was fun. I had a great time talking trash and state chat with you. For all respect to you, man. You're awesome. And I know I'm looking forward to working with you when SBS comes up and we get to beat up on other states and whatnot. So again, everybody, thanks for watching. More to come. I know this video is a little bit late, but I kind of like posting these videos about a week late because then you don't know what I might have upgraded. My stats might be a little bit different. So anyone else who's not instead 11 who sees this, you don't know if I'm stronger or not. So just, let that sink in. You can pause and you can look at my stats and whatnot, but you don't know if that is still accurate. But yeah, again, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with StickyFang Gaming.
빗줄 잃은 너의 두 눈동자여 지난 모든 기억들을 지워줘